Hey guys, welcome back. So, this is more of a mini dungeon than anything, so I don't feel too bad about having messed up the timing and not ending the video right at the start. Plus, the video was actually a little bit shorter than I was expecting. I thought I had been recording for longer than that. I really ought to get like a timer or something so I know how long I've been recording, because I'm just guessing based on what it feels like. I think one of the episodes actually, well, no. The episode that got deleted ended up being like 2 hours or something like that. So I went way longer than I was supposed to on that one. Just goes to show how much I really do need a timer or something. Oh, okay, there's a heart piece in here. Didn't know what was in that ice block, but I knew there was a Skulltula at least, which was the main reason to come back here. Very quickly getting these Skulltulas here, but unfortunately, pretty much every single one from here on is entirely worthless due to the final reward not being until 100, and that final reward not even being good. The reward it gives you would be a lot more useful for a game like Breath of the Wild. I don't think I should spoil what it is, even though it's worthless. So I won't say any more than that, but yeah. Would have been a lot better to have a reward like that in Breath of the Wild. For getting all of the Korok seeds, there we go. Since, you know, instead they just give you a pile of poo. At least it was golden poo. It was better than, like, the poo that was on top of that, what was it? Vivid Voltage booster box I opened? That was just regular poo. That was no good. I'd imagine I probably have, like, 2 separate audiences. One that watches Pokemon card openings, and then another that watches the gameplay, so me saying that probably just makes people confused because my Pokemon audience isn't watching this at all to begin with. Man, wow. Spin attack keeps going even while you're frozen, apparently. It was ignoring me, so I was originally going to use a long-range item, the hook shot on it, and then it's like, okay, it's ignoring me. I guess instead I'll just spin attack, and then I did it too late. It was ignoring me despite how close I was for some reason. So there's a super easy glitch to do here. I'm okay with doing extremely easy glitches that I feel like anyone else can do without any practice whatsoever. Also, it's just super convenient because I don't want to waste blue fire on this. If you jump attack like in the middle of this thing, then you can just clip through it enough to get the silver rupee, so I'm just gonna do that. So I already don't have enough blue fire. There's another glitch that saves a lot of time on that part there, but it's not quite as simple. It still is very simple, but I don't want to do it unless it's something I feel like any casual player could do, no matter how casual they are, so won't do it. If you want to see me do a whole bunch of glitches and stuff like that, then in the future I will hopefully upload some randomizers. And I'll be using non-stop glitches in that. There won't be any more cutscenes or anything because they took those out for convenience sake. And imagine the randomizer would be a lot less popular if you were forced to sit through cutscenes every single time you played it. It's actually a lot more optimizations than just that as well. I'm very lucky to have such a dedicated community for the Zelda randomizer. I wish there was one thing I would... Man, the camera is going crazy here. Jeez, what is this? What is... Okay, I'm just going to drop down. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen the camera be that bad in this game. Sheesh. Well, there's a criticism right there that would be valid. But yeah, like I said, I have never seen it be that bad before. Probably doing this wrong. Yeah, I think I went the wrong way. Did I? No, maybe not. It's been so long since I've actually done this puzzle the intended way. I've honestly probably only done it like once. Oh, but yeah, one thing I would like to see added to the randomizer would be like a casual glitched mode. They have like they have a casual mode which, you know, involves 0 glitches, which is great. And then they have a glitched mode, which is just, you must know every single glitch in this game if you want to beat the game. I know a lot of glitches, but this being the most speedrun game, or no, second most after Super Mario 64, there's a lot of glitches in this game. There's probably over 1,000, and some of them are very complicated. Also, this is the most pathetic mini-boss in the entire game. Don't think there's a single mini-boss after this or before this that you can kill in a single hit. But yeah, I wish they'd have like a intermediate glitched mode rather than just know every single glitch when there's like over 1,000. So we get the iron boots. They make it so that you sink in the water. And Sheik is back again. Haven't seen them in a while. I'm going to start calling Sheik them from now on. We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. So did they survive? Because they were able to survive that in Twilight Princess. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. I like how the Deku Nut stays there in the cutscene. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Oh boy, the water temple. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water's surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. It doesn't really take you to the temple. It more so is just a convenient travel mechanism. We can already just walk to the temple. We just needed the boots to get into the temple. You know, I'm sure all these squares looked good to them back then. Back when N64 was the peak console as far as graphics, but doesn't look too good nowadays. Link, I'll see you again. Oh, man. Link. You're just taking those straight... You're not even blocking your eyes anymore, shielding your eyes. You're just looking straight at them every time now. Here I thought you were getting used to it, but no, it seems like every time you're a little bit worse. Nice that they actually send you straight back to the entrance. They give you a little shortcut there. More dungeons could have used that. Okay, so now that we got the boots... Oh, man. Ugh. Yeah, these are probably one of the most annoying items to use because you have to pause the game every single time you want to use them because you can't just equip them like normal items. You have to either have them on or not have them on through the equipment sub-screen or whatever it's called. Unlike regular items, you can just press the C button and they come on or off. Pretty much every ROM hack of any kind of this game sets them to a directional pad input. So much better in every ROM hack, and going back to not being able to do that really sucks. And that is the main reason that people don't like the Water Temple. If you ever play, I guess only a randomizer, because ROM hacks typically don't have the Water Temple in it. If you ever play any randomizer, then the Water Temple probably doesn't really bother you one bit, because being able to very quickly and easily switch those boots on or off really just makes the temple feel like a normal dungeon. Doesn't feel like any big hassle or anything. I'd imagine, in my casual playthrough here, though, it's going to be the most annoying thing ever, having to switch back on and off, pausing the game 55 times throughout the dungeon. It's not going to be fun. You know, I forgot a Skulltula in there, but I got to go back later anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'd say we're probably like, if I wasn't 100%ing the game, I'd say we were probably like 65% of the way done. But since I'm 100%ing the game, it's probably more like 50%. And that's mainly just because of the Skulltulas. There's so many of them. If I'm remembering right, there's actually 101 of them, not 100. Very strange that they did that. I'm not sure if it was a miscount or maybe they put in an extra just to make it less frustrating, so in case you missed one, you could still get the final reward. Or maybe it was just a glitch in my file, because I distinctly remember we did have 101 of them. I guess I'll find out. But we are going to do a side quest first, because this unlocks another side quest that takes a very long time, unfortunately. So I might as well get this out of the way now. So Talon and Malon are nowhere to be seen. Instead, it's Ingo, the very mean brother of Talon. There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch, but don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. I, the hard-working Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? Pay me 10 rupees and you can ride. Do you want to hear it? No. Don't listen. It doesn't say yes or no, it just says don't listen, so does that mean Link just ignored him? So, if we run around here, you can see there's one horse. I mean, I didn't even look at the other horses, but there's a horse that's running away from us and looks kind of familiar. Let's see what happens if we play Epona's song. Not gonna run away anymore. He recognizes that song from her childhood. Poor Epona. Locked up in this cage here when her original owner is kicked out of the ranch. When you want to dismount. Oh, okay, he's just gonna... Hey, young man, do I know you? I just felt as though I've seen you somewhere before. When your time is up, I'll kick you out of here. He just says the same thing. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to jump over the fences or something. It's been a long time since I've done this because you're actually able to skip this. I always talk about the randomizer, but you know, it's hard switching from a very optimized version of this game and then going back to this. You're able to race him. Do you have to come back here a second time? Maybe you have to pay him twice. Ugh, I guess I'll do that. Let's try it again. Hopefully I'm right about this and I'm not just wasting my time here. Or there's something else that I'm supposed to do that I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was either jump over the fences or pay him twice. Okay, how about now? Okay, yeah, there we go. You're getting better. How about a little race with me? One lap around the corral with that horse. Let's make a little wager. Say 50 rupees? 50 rupees. That's a lot, man. So he does this dirty tactic where he pushes you right up against the fence so you can't get around him, but occasionally he'll go way wide of the field and then you can start doing it to him. You don't even have to like really even use any of the carrots. You can just stay in front of him and he can't get by you. But trying to do this quickly, so might as well speed up and not do his evil tactic, his cheating method. Shoot! If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation, hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. He's not holding up his end of the bargain. It's like, I don't want to pay 50 rupees. It's because Ganondorf would get mad, yeah. But now, he's got an even bigger wager. So I think if you lose this, not only do you not get the horse, but then he makes you pay him 50 rupees. So it's like, he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. And then the second race, he forces you to hold up your hands. What a scumbag. There's a good showcase of blocking him. What's up with that horse? Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was gonna present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet it on the race and lost. Shoot! As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. So, apparently you can jump over the front of the fence. I think I did do that one time, but it's so much easier to jump over these side fences. I don't know why. Jumping over that front fence, though, is extremely difficult. Yeah, at least for me. So, we saved Epona from that evil ranch owner. I believe after you save Epona from him, though, he actually like has a change of heart. I don't know why, or at least I don't remember why. But yeah, if you go back there, he's an extremely nice guy from now on. Maybe Ganondorf actually hears about it or something, and Ganondorf punishes him like he says he was going to, and then he's just like terrified of everyone, so he's super nice to everyone. I'm not sure. So yeah, the quest that unlocks lets us go after these things called Big Pose, which I don't even know if I'm going to really show those. I might just skip to every time I find one because I don't remember where any of them are, and there's 10 of them, and they're all spread throughout Hyrule Field. That would take a very, very long time to find them all, so I'm probably just going to do like a quick compilation of them very late in the game, like maybe even after I've beaten the game. Then I'll just do a whole bunch of side quests and stuff, and that'll be one of the ones. But yeah, I feel like that would waste so much time, so I would just skip around to every time I find one. Oh, does this still work on here? Okay, yeah, it does. Good. That's technically a glitch. I guess I probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, if you okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. So, you're supposed to dive down to the bottom of this, which we currently are not able to dive that far. But if you use the iron boots and then take them off while hook shotting at the bottom there, then he counts that as you having dived down there. And you can get a heart piece from him, but yeah, that's too much cheating, I guess. So I'll go get the golden scale, which lets you dive to the bottom there. Other than that, the golden scale is completely worthless, but getting everything, so. Okay, that was weird. It's taking a very long time for the Scarecrow song to work. But yeah, as you can see, this is like Halia, and the water is completely drained, except for that little tiny pool down there. Lake Halia is just practically gone at this point. Ganondorf, don't know what reason he had for doing that. I mean, anyway. Hey, mister, I remember you. It's been a long time. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all this time? You're my only customer. I mean, I complained about where your location was before, that people had to swim across a lake to get to you, and now they have to somehow climb up a cliff to get into your shop. You're my only customer. I'm almost out of business. Seriously. On top of that, my hair. I mean, never mind. Well, do you want to go fishing? Costs only 20 rupees. And then tells you about a Rumble Pack. He does like a little self-advertising for Nintendo there. It's like, have you heard about the Rumble Pack? Boy, is it cool. You know, fishing would be a lot easier if you got one of those. What? You don't have one? I don't know if you're going to be able to catch anything then, mister. So, this is going to be... I mean, luckily, the first time I did this as a kid, it went pretty well, but as an adult, this fish is like twice the size. It's going to take twice as long to catch this thing. And they randomly come off of the fishing lure hook. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. Because you can end up fighting these things for like 5 or 10 minutes. And then at like 7 minutes, they come off the hook and you just have to leave the area and come back. So this can be a very frustrating minigame. I got him not too far from where I'm standing, so this will probably only take like maybe a couple minutes in total. Hopefully, within those couple minutes, he does not come off of the hook. Huh, that fish is going crazy, jeez. You can really tell how much bigger the fish have gotten, though, jeez. When you're a kid here, these fish are tiny, and now they're gigantic. Pretty sure these fish are based off of just regular bass. They seem to have a very similar fin structure to largemouth and smallmouth bass. I'm assuming they're largemouth, though, because largemouth bass get massively larger than smallmouth bass do. I've caught a lot of largemouth bass in my life, but smallmouth aren't really in my city, at least. They might be in my state, but my city, at the very least, has none at all. I think they like colder water, or at least slightly colder water, because I live in Florida, and yeah, our water is like boiling water, so at the very least, smallmouth don't seem to live in boiling water. Largemouth, love it, though. There we go. Glad I never... you know, I said that before. Glad I never have to do this again. Or at least I said it with the bomb shoot bowling. And no, replaying the entire game, I had to do that again. So I'm not going to say it this time in case something else goes wrong. What do you want? That's not a very nice way of saying it. Weigh my fish. Whoa! This fish is huge. Looks like a new record. Weighs at least 18 pounds. Seriously. So, if they are modeled after actual largemouth bass, that's like practically, not quite, but practically world record territory. It's several state record territory. Like, I think Florida's state record is only like 17.5 pounds for largemouth bass. So yeah, that'd be beating the state record in Florida. And Florida's is one of the highest state records. I think the world record is like 22 pounds or something like that. Oh, there's actually another heart piece I can get over here. So, I'll have to see just how long the water temple takes. But this is definitely way too early to be ending it, since I tend to end videos at the entrance of dungeons. Won't be doing that here, because it's way too early, but Water Temple is probably going to be the longest dungeon, so I might just do like half of it, and then do the other half in another video. I'm not sure. There's this annoying crow here. It's placed so perfectly that you cannot climb up this ladder before it will hit you, but at the same time, it takes so long for it to finally get down to you for you to kill it. Probably the most annoying crow in the entire game. Just make Link tank so much damage because it's so much quicker to just let him take the damage rather than having to climb back down the ladder. Can't remember the last time I did this dungeon. It's been a real long time though. Definitely not really looking forward to it. This dungeon is a lot easier to do without the Zora tunic though, because you only need the Zora tunic when you are underwater, and you really don't spend all that much time underwater in here. At least not large lengths of time. You do spend a lot of time underwater, but you pretty quickly end up coming back above the water. But yeah, this is going to be a very obnoxious temple just because of how often I have to pause and unpause to take the boots on and off. Very unfortunate that they didn't make use of the D-pad because, you know, the original N64 controller has a D-pad, so it would have been nice for them to put the boots and stuff on there like all of the ROM hacks do. Oh, you! If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. Oh, I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. Well, you know, I kind of threw away your wedding ring. It's sitting in the Temple of Time right now, actually. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. Well, your father's fine, at least. Sure is cruel of Link to not let her know that. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. Well, you do follow her, but after this cutscene, Lake Darunia, she just completely disappears and you never see her again. Oh, wow, you can actually... I never noticed that. You can actually see her shadow, so if you had a way of moving during the cutscene, you could probably actually still see her since her shadow was there. So here's a new enemy. These things are a little bit obnoxious to deal with because you can sort of brute fort them if you spam spin attacks, but sometimes they just kind of ignore your attacks because you're really meant to hit them at a distance with a hook shot. I think arrows kill them as well. Also, wow, that is probably the earliest map in the adult dungeons, at least. Oops. So there's a super easy to do glitch here. I'm still not going to do it, but it would let me get access to an additional key pretty early. But yeah, not going to do it. Going to do my best to resist. Once you play that song, though, you don't really have much of a choice. So I could light these with Din's fire, but this way is kind of cooler. Honestly, I went into this and I was like, what's in here again? I forgot. You can kill these guys with your sword, but they're annoying with their hitboxes sometimes, so I guess I'm just going to use the hookshot. Swear, sometimes their hitboxes just like, or hurt boxes or whatever, just don't work properly. Weird camera again, wow. I don't know if I've ever had a small chest spawn under me like that. I have the big ones spawn under me all the time just because their hitbox is so massive, but the smaller ones, I feel like that's pretty rare to see. Maybe it always does that with the camera on the smaller ones. So there's also another super easy glitch you can do here. Not going to do that either. Even though that one is so easy, anyone can do it. All you got to do is save your game and then reload, because you're not supposed to be able to get back up to the top for quite a while. But, you know, if you save in a dungeon and then reload, you can just respawn at the entrance of the dungeon, and the entrance is at the top. So it lets you skip quite a bit, actually, but gotta do it casually. Don't really remember what's in here either. I mean, I remember the layout of the dungeon. It's more so I just don't remember if there's anything I actually need in here. That's what I really mean when I say that. Shielding underwater is a little strange. Sometimes it just feels like you don't have access to it. Like when I got hit by that stupid little clam down there. I was trying to shield and it didn't block it, but then after I got hit, then I was able to shield. Ooh, hearts. I think they intended for you to use a spin attack here. It's honestly a really weird puzzle because they're kind of showcasing that they're how do you say it? They're kind of showcasing a puzzle that shows that the collision doesn't really make sense. They're like, yeah, make sure or use a spin attack to show that your sword goes through the wall. It's like, that doesn't really make sense, but okay. Unless their intended method was that you use a bomb. But I don't think that would be their intended method, just because bombs are consumables and you can run out of bombs. So what if you go in that room and you have 0 bombs? Then what, they expect you to save and reload? Okay, so that's where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, it saves you an extra key, it saves you extra time, so really that glitch is super useful if you do choose to use it. Probably lets you beat the temple quite a bit quicker since it saves you time going back up. It gives you an extra key so you don't need to go searching for an extra key. Very useful. It does make it pretty easy to miss this room though, which I believe there's a key down here. If you don't actually come in here and change the water level. Which I think you still have to actually. But yeah, if you do forget to change the water level, it would be a lot easier to forget doing that without having used that key on the lowest floor. So this is probably the only room where you're sort of pressed for time. Oh, I wasn't far enough away. Oh, see, this is why these guys are annoying. If you get too close, then they go back into that form, and they're basically invincible when they're in that form. But yeah, with 13 hearts, not really even going to be close to running out of time. And even the boss in this temple, you do not go underwater to fight it. So this temple has probably the most iconic mini-boss of any dungeon in the entire game. Maybe not the best programmed boss, but it's at least memorable. It's probably going to be a bit obnoxious to fight because I think the way this boss works is it has the exact same amount of health as you. And seeing as I've been getting like every single heart piece possible, I have a lot of hearts, so that probably means this boss is going to have quite a bit of health. Don't remember if I need anything in here, but going to check anyway. I think this is the compass, maybe? So there is a glitch I'll do here, but it's just because it doesn't really mess anything up. There's this water here that you hit that switch and it goes down, but it goes down for a very short time. Or you can just use the hook shot and mash A, and Link will open it before the water spout pushes him away. Like you can even see I'm above ground right there. So super early map and super early compass in this dungeon. Very deceptive. Makes you think, oh wow, I must be getting through the dungeon very quickly. I must almost be done. Not quite. We have quite a ways to go before this dungeon is over. But yeah, the way it's going, I'm thinking I probably actually can do the entire dungeon in this one episode. I mean, the cutscenes and stuff are going to take a while. I did just now almost forget about a key I need to go get. So, good thing I didn't forget because that would have lost me a lot of time. That's not the right room. I need to go to the one that has the torches. I like that they put the torches there because it makes it... It's basically your only way of identifying the correct room. You know, I kind of almost just want to switch tunics just for the sake of having Link look a little bit different for once. But at this point, I'm committed, so going to stay green the entire time. Maybe after the dungeon, then I'll put the tunic on. I should have done that for the fire temple as well. Once I beat the fire temple, then I put the fire tunic on. Just to flex. Okay, so I think we're good to go in that room that I walked in before, the one that I just unlocked. I went in there a little bit earlier than I was supposed to before, but now should be the time to go in there. Yeah, if you actually have the iron boots equipable on the D-pad, like in every randomizer, I believe... Oh, man. I was nervous that Spider was going to knock me off. He has knocked me off in the past. But yeah, I believe the water temple is no longer the longest temple in the game if you have access to iron boots on the D-pad. It would probably be Spirit Temple? Probably Spirit Temple, which we haven't been to yet. I don't think saying the name alone is enough to be like, oh, that's a big spoiler, so I'm okay with just naming it. I appear to be missing a key, so that's not good. Did I go in here yet? Hopefully there's a key in this room. Did I go in here? I sure don't remember going in here. Oh, okay. I have to make my way back here somehow. So there's a key in there. I think I'm supposed to use the hook shot in here, actually. Yeah, okay. Oh, gosh. I wonder if anyone's keeping track of how many times I've paused the game throughout this. It's going to be a lot more times than just this. I'm nowhere near done yet. Let's see. So there's a room I'm supposed to go in to get to the other side of that block. Don't quite remember which room it is. It might be that room all the way down there. Possibly. That's not right, is it? I'll skip ahead to when I get to the right spot. I don't know if I've been in here, actually. This might be where I'm supposed to go. I mean, I definitely haven't been in here. I'm just wondering if this is the right way or not. Okay. I'm pretty sure there is a key in this room, so that's a good sign. Oh man, I sure hope I'm right about this being a key. Because if not, I'm a little confused at what to do next. For anyone wondering, that did not take me very long. I probably didn't even need to cut, but I was dead silent that whole time. So I'm going to be cutting just because that wouldn't be very good content. So it is a key. That is very good. I probably didn't need to equip it. That was a wasted pause right there. Wasted 2 since I have to also take them off. I probably could have just dived down. Probably would have been a little bit strict on the time limit had I dived instead. Okay. So now we can go back to the highest level where the water is. Into that locked door, because there is immediately a second locked door right after that, which is why I needed 2 keys. You know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can just dive here. Since we have the gold scale, I might as well. I mean, we didn't need it there because we were able to dive 5 before, and now we only used up 4 to get down there. Swimming or straight up like this is definitely a lot slower. Oh man. Thought for sure I was gonna get hit by that. Ooh, it's laggy up here on the top. Those things troll you sometimes, and they just stare at you for a second. Not sure if they're just taking a break. They're just trying to throw your timing off or what. So there's a Skulltula over there, but I can't get it yet, so no point in killing it just yet. This room's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do this. This is a bit... Okay, yeah, I'm good. Each of these slowly goes down this little waterfall here, and they will fall off of the waterfall at the very end, which just goes into a void, so... You don't have to be too quick. I mean, the aiming is a little tough to get used to in this game, so if it's your first time playing, you probably will struggle a little bit there. You might fall off in the void a couple of times. Oh, no, don't let them get up here. There we go. When the water's low, they can't jump high enough to get up here, so I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of getting that close to me. Those guys are called blue Tektites. There's also a red Tektite variant of them. Pretty sure they have been in games since the original Legend of Zelda, which I actually have never beaten. I've played it up to like, I don't know, the third dungeon maybe? But that game is, that is some serious, oh no. No. Oh, I have to redo the entire room because of that. Wow. Well, that was the Tektite's time to shine right there. Don't know if I have ever had that happen to me before in this room. Oh well. But yeah, I think I made it to like the second or third dungeon in the original Zelda, and I never actually beat it because that game is just like maximum cryptic. Like the things you had to do to discover where to go and how to unlock dungeons and stuff in that game were just ridiculous. Luckily, players had a much higher tolerance for that kind of stuff back then than they do now. But I don't know how they possibly expected you to figure out half that crap back then. This thing gives a lot of rupees, so I guess I'll kill it. I've actually never played the original, well, I've never beaten the original Link's Awakening either. I played A Link Between Worlds. Just, that stuff was before my time, really. I didn't start playing video games until I was like 5 or 6 years old, and when this game came out, I think I was 5, so it was really the first, one of the first games I played. And every Zelda before it, I just was too young to have played Zelda. I didn't have any of the consoles back then. So this is Dark Link. This is, I find, the easiest way to beat him. You just spam Deku Nuts. If you throw him straight at him, he'll dodge it every single time, so you kind of have to do it off to the side and hope that you get him. Wow, I can't believe that one didn't get him. There we go. Not sure how much damage Link's jump slashes do. Probably like, I'd guess like 1.5 hearts or something like that. I mean, that kills him pretty fast if he has 13 hearts. That was, I don't know, maybe like 7 hits? He used up all my Deku Nuts, though. That sucks. Deku Nuts are a super useful item. Not really in this dungeon, but probably just about every other dungeon they're really useful in. So we end up with the long shot. It's twice as long as the hook shot, so I don't know if that means we just throw away Dampé's hook shot, or if it's an actual upgrade, something we attach to it. I don't know. I'd imagine Dampé would be pretty sad if he knew that the guy he gave that gift to just threw it away all of a sudden. So there's vortexes in here you gotta look out for. They're normally not really an issue, but I say that and I feel like this is going to be the one time that they are an issue for me just because I said it and I'm being recorded now. So hopefully I don't mess this up and get sucked into one of those. So long shot over the hook shot. I feel like it opens quite a bit up. I mean, outside of the dungeon. There's probably quite a few things that it makes a difference for. So if you do get too close to one of these, it's basically over. Like, there's not really much you can do to escape from them. You can fight through the menu and equip and then unequip the iron boots over and over and over again. And eventually you might get lucky, but at that point it would really just be faster to just be like, okay, whatever, I'll just start the room over, because it's not a reliable way of escaping those things. As long as you stay, like, probably 5 feet away from them or farther, they're no threat whatsoever. Oh, I forgot, I can just dive. Seems a lot faster. Oh, I might need the iron boots for this one, actually. I think this one, it wants you to make use of the long shot. Oh, okay, never mind. I made it out. I'm all good. Oh, I need the iron boots. Yeah, okay, I do need them. There's a room in here I have to go to that is locked, that I couldn't reach without the long shot before. So yeah, I think I'm coming up pretty quickly on the end of this dungeon. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to take, which is fantastic because I was not looking forward to this dungeon. Pretty sure this is the last little area I have to go to before we get to the boss. This is probably like top 5 easiest bosses in the entire game. This dungeon's boss is just, I mean, it's not the fastest unless you get kind of lucky, but I can't imagine ever getting hit by this boss. It's just, its attacks are so slow. It's so easy to avoid. I've had it happen once where the bomb, I was just trying to bomb the wall, and I happened to kill every single one of those things with that single bomb. Would have been cool to have it happen there. Oh well, maybe next time. Maybe I'll get him with this bomb. No? Oh, too bad. These are like the laziest enemies ever. They just sit there and every once in a while they're like, ah, yes, I'll attack him. You can basically just ignore them, and even when they do hit you, I think they practically do no damage whatsoever. You couldn't even make it up here. Just had to raise the water so we could reach this area here. He came up halfway and he's like, maybe next time. Oh man, I have a feeling these spiders are gonna knock me down again, just like they did in that other room. Wouldn't be as big of a deal this time, but okay, I managed to avoid them. That was really obnoxious. Can't believe I let them do that to me. Okay, yep. looks like I wasn't missing any keys or anything because this is the end here. I needed a key. Oh, wait. Wait, what am I saying? I am missing a key. Oh, no. How does this always happen? The second floor? Okay. This isn't too big of a deal because I can just use Pharaoh's Wind again. This thing's actually kind of saving me in this playthrough. But I will cut to when I have the key, and I will be right back. Okay, so I actually had to lower the water level again, which, that doesn't mean I really did anything out of order because I had to raise the water level to get the long shot, and now I need the long shot to access this room. So really I did do one thing out of order. I wasn't supposed to go in that room there until I did this part first, but yeah, I have to lower the water level all the way, then I have to re-raise it to the halfway point. That's where I currently need it, is at the halfway point. I did need to come back in here again anyway, though, so I guess it's not too big of a deal, because there is another Skulltula in this room that I needed the long shot for. Wouldn't this room be... well, oh yeah, actually. I was about to say, wouldn't this room be flooded and that Skulltula would drown? But apparently Skulltulas can live underwater. Very strange spiders that they are. Must be terrible for that family because they're like, oh my gosh, these things that are cursing our entire family are so resilient that they can just survive underwater. Okay, so I need to go to this room here. I don't think I need the Ocarina anymore. Sucks that you can only equip 3 items at once. I've never actually played the 3DS version. People say it's the superior version in every way. And one of the reasons is, of course, because you can just use the touchscreen for your iron boots, so that basically makes this dungeon not terrible anymore. This is pretty much the only reason that people don't like replaying this game, is because of this dungeon here, and taking that out of the equation really helps. Okay, so now I gotta go back to that room I was in. Unfortunately, just did one thing out of order this time. I was so close to having a perfect dungeon run. And that would have been really impressive, since this is probably a dungeon that a lot of people think is one of the more confusing ones. So I can make it there, but I actually still need to equip the boots because I have to go even further down. I'd guess in total you probably only waste like maybe 3 minutes. I mean, that's still a long time of unequipping and re-equipping the iron boots. I completely forgot. I set a warp point. That's all I needed to do was use the warp point. I didn't need to... oh crap. What did I just do? Okay. I just need to step... I went through the wrong door. I forgot. When you use Pharaoh's Wind, it doesn't send you to the exact location that you set it. It instead sends you to the entrance, the last entrance you went through. So I still have to go back through here. Can I just die? Oh, I can't just die. Man, they just force you to equip these iron boots as frequently as they possibly could have. Huh. I should have used Pharaoh's Wind again, just so I could get out of here quicker. I don't know. Pharaoh's Wind does have a pretty long startup animation. So I don't think I ever mentioned it up till this point, but the boss key is always in that treasure chest. Each dungeon has that same textured treasure chest with the boss key in it. I was wondering if that clam was going to be able to hit me diving back like this. Looks like it couldn't. Oh, I made that jump last time. Of course, when I'm recording, I don't make the jump. So, I do have to raise the water level one more time before I can get to the boss. Even saving and resetting wouldn't change that. It only takes a brief moment, though. Unless that spider knocks me down. I really hope that doesn't happen. It didn't happen last time. Oh, he did knock me down, but because I was spamming B, I did a jump slash and landed back on it. That was really close. I think it would actually be better to use the giant's knife for this boss fight. Would probably improve my chances of killing it very fast. Even Aaron from Game Grumps, who is like notoriously bad at video games, he managed to kill this boss super fast. I was actually really impressed when I saw that because, I mean, they're the kinds of people I watch for their humor, not for their gameplay. So when I saw him take down this boss so quickly, I was like, wow, man, good for you. You actually looked pretty good at the game there. But yeah, normally, that is not how people feel watching them. So hopefully I can do the same thing. Otherwise, I will probably have to admit that they are even better at games than I am. Which, wow, oof, I would not like to admit that. Link, look out! The water there isn't normal. Probably should have waited to see what else Navi had to say. There's something in the water making the water not normal. They use a very similar cutscene to this in Majora's Mask. You fight another water boss. I'd say it's quite a bit better designed, that boss, than this one is. This one, like I said, it's basically impossible to get hit by this thing. Uses these giant water tentacles to try and grab you, but man, oh man, it is the slowest attack animation you've ever seen. And the range isn't great on it, so, like, I can stand right here, there's no chance it's gonna reach me. And just gotta wait for it to... There we go. So yeah, all you gotta do is just lead it to a corner. And then... Oh no, my sword! Okay, yeah, it's gonna escape because my sword broke. If my sword didn't break, I would have been totally fine there. Man, that broke so quickly. Yeah, so there's nothing I really could have done there. That was just bad luck. What the? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Well, this definitely took a lot longer than I would have liked because this stupid giant's knife had to break. I was assuming that it was extremely close to dying, so I'm just kind of hitting it, expecting it to die from the very next hit. I don't know if it's able to use 3 of these or not, or if 2 is its limit. There we go, okay. So it was super close, it just needed a jump slash last time. Well, Aaron, you beat me this time. But it's just because I got unlucky and you got lucky. Man, that was a giant water drop, jeez. That was the size of the blue warp, which is like 3 times the size of Link, probably? Where's the heart container? I guess it's down there. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, so we'll watch the cutscene that happens after this, and that's where I'll end the video. Well, while the cutscene is loading, I'll just say if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a like, subscribe if you're new. I've also got links in the description if you'd like to support me. I have my store for Pokemon products, and I have a Patreon as well as affiliate links, which I get a commission for at no charge to you. Anyway, here's Ruto. Back for Link yet again. Link. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Oh, Link, he's mortified. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. She does not sound happy about that. And you're searching for the princess, Zelda? Ha! You can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda. She's alive. I can sense it. So don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. Link fights for justice and peace. Ugh. So cringy to say it like that, Ruto. I just remembered seeing that. I've made a wood carving of that as well. The water medallion. I have 3 of the medallions, actually. The water medallion and the forest medallion turned out good. If you see Sheik, give him my thanks, okay? I made the fire medallion as well, but it didn't turn out too well. Why did Ganon feel the need to, like, kill all the fish? I mean, he already froze Zora's domain. Was it really necessary to do this to Lake Aaliyah? There's nothing but wildlife here. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it. Oh man, he can't wait to see Sheik. Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake, too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. Man, so stealthy. Seems like Link is usually able to follow Sheik, but not this time. Must have a Zora tunic, because Sheik never comes up from there. Either that or Sheik doesn't know how to swim, and Sheik was just like, how do I get out of here? Crap. Jumped in the water and drowned. So I will do this just because, you know, when I save, it restarts me. For Adult Link, it restarts you in the Temple of Time, and I don't want to have to come all the way back here, so I'm just going to get this real quick. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to get that, But there are other things I have to come back here for. I was just thinking, oh, there's this gold Skulltula here as well. But then I was like, oh, wait, there's another thing also I gotta do. So, yeah, since you already saw this, I will get the fire arrows. That's what these are. And I will end things there. So, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.